start by saying how pleased I am to see so many young people because of a simple thing, and that is you are the future, whether you like it or not. So you could spoil it by not concentrating on the major issues. They, as manner from Father earlier this morning. I was roped in here to talk about what are the causes or reasons for success, in particular my own success. Well, let me start by saying I just don't like that, for simple reasons. And the first is just what is success? You have to define what you're talking about, particularly in science. Is that correct? Because what is science? Who knows what is science? It's very well defined. In what way? By many philosophers of science. And it's simply 3 words. Science is 3 words. And it's called the search for the truth. For the man Muslim knew that very well, because philosophers of science say the truth is beautiful, and they say the truth, absolute truth, is unachievable. So what do the ancient Egyptians do? They say, they show the goddess of truth, Ma'at, and the most beautiful goddess. So they articulate what I have just said. The modern scientists like Karl Popper, others, saying the truth is beautiful. The next is the absolute truth is unachievable. So we're trying. What do you tell? You say science is the search for the truth, and then you tell me the truth is unachievable? You keep going towards the truth. And that is what we call current knowledge. Current knowledge can change, but we keep edging towards the truth. Let me go back towards the word success. Success is not absolute, because it could be a fickle. If you say, I'm looking for money, money comes and money goes. I'm looking for fame, fame comes and fame goes. And in minutes, not even hours. So it is totally fickle, as we say in English. Fickle, just useless. So what is success? I actually do have a definition for success. And that is, for every individual, every one of you in this room, you need to decide what is important in your own life. What is important? You can spend the rest of your life trying to find out and never find out, but that's a disaster. You can spend a few hours, days, weeks, months, a year, and say, this is important. This is stage number 1. Once you decide what is important, then the next thing is that you try and achieve what you think is important. Once you achieve what you think is important, that is, in my view, my humble view, success indeed. So I decided I want X. I want to eat apple pie. I want to eat full madame. So if I find the full madame, oh, success. In life, it is something similar. I want to achieve something which I think is of value. Now, I have used another word about value. What is value? I don't know what is value. Now, that's another thing. If you look in science again, I go back to one of my greatest heroes, somebody called, the late he died, Sir Peter Medawar. Peter Medawar was, as the name implies, from a Lebanese father, an English mother, born in Rio de Janeiro, educated in Oxford, got the Nobel Prize. Why? Got the Nobel Prize because he is credited to be the father of transplantation. He discovered a very, very interesting phenomenon which is called specific immune tolerance, that which allowed transplantation of tissues and organs, saving thousands, maybe millions of lives. Brains, skin grafts, kidney, heart, lung. That's all thanks to Peter Medawar or Peter Medawar. That didn't stop there because Sir Peter was also a professor of philosophy. Where? At Oxford University. He read philosophy. And in Oxford, when he said, I read something, that means you are a professor of philosophy. Everything is watered down, like Father Angelo Chitane. Step out of it. So what did he do? He wrote many books. I would recommend them to you in philosophy. Not just Nobel Prize in immunology, but also philosophy. You see the combination? Philosophy, biology, but also he was a humanist. He loved human beings. So what a combination, my God. And in his books, which I recommend to you, one of them, which is his autobiography, writing about himself, how did he grow up. He writes about memoirs of a thinking radish. A thinking radish? Yeah, just a plant, a humble plant, a radish. And he starts the book and saying, my dad was a Lebanese, and we, the Phoenicians like the ancient Egyptians, we loved sailing. So my dad got on a boat, sailed west. What else can you do? We, the Phoenicians, liked sailing. Then he stopped in England and he lived in a bed and breakfast place. And he was totally fascinated, infatuated, whatever, with the daughter of the owner of the bed and breakfast place. What did he do? He married her. And that is the English mother of Peter Medawar. And they sailed further west to Rio de Janeiro. But they sent him back to Oxford to learn and to become a great scientist. Now, I tell you all these stories because I started, what is the value? Peter Medawar defined values as creativity, innovation, but creativity. And then Peter Medawar says, a philosopher and a biologist, so what does he say creativity is? He defines creativity as producing, please listen carefully, producing ostensibly out of nothing, something of beauty, order, or significance. Please hear the words, producing from nothing, ostensibly out of nothing, something of beauty. And beauty is very, very important. Leonardo knew about beauty, the human body is beautiful, anything beautiful. But beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. If you make a massive discovery, you say, wow, this is beautiful. So beauty is something very great. But then he puts the next word of order. In nature, things are ordered. And the third word he chose was significance. Significance to whom? To mankind. If you make a discovery, you young people, of something which is of beauty, order, or significance, you have contributed massively to the to our planet. I go back and say these are values, so you can decide for yourself, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Do I want to be famous? Well, I told you, fame is just absolute nonsense. It just doesn't stand the test of time. Do I want rich? That also can disappear in no time at all. Do I want values which you consider important, of beauty, order, or significance? If you achieve this, wow, you have succeeded. I'm saying that we can't all of us do the same thing. Each one of us can decide for themselves, what is it? What is it I want to do most, which is of beauty, order, and significance. And once I achieve that, it doesn't matter. I decided, for whatever reason, and you can judge me and say he's an idiot, that heart surgery that's what I want, because I saw my aunt die of a narrow vessel and heart valve, and I said, I'm going to do something to correct that. But that's me. It hasn't got to be you. So each one of you, I beg you, rather than take pictures and run around. Pictures waste time. This is the other thing. We do not have time on this planet, enough time, to do all the things we want to do. So if we waste time taking pictures and running around, you stand here while I take your picture, and for the next half hour. But in the next half hour I can do many, many, many things of beauty, order, or significance. And you are saying to me, stand here in that corner because I want to show somebody your picture. What is a picture? It's going to burn. It's going to disappear. I really beg you, look for what is important, go for it, and that is success indeed. Because I will end my talk now by quoting another person I have a lot of admiration for, and his name is Stephen Hawking. Who knows Stephen Hawking? Yeah, great, a lot of us. And Stephen formed, as you know, he has this myopathy, deep disseminated disease which affects his muscles and nerves, but not his brain. He's got an incredible brain. And Stephen wrote many things, like A Brief History of Time. How you can have a brief history of time? Time can be measured in millennia and in femtoseconds, which is 1/1000th of a second, like Ahmed Duray showed. Wow! All that time. Time is a very important thing. It's a modality which is so valuable and should not be wasted taking pictures. Please, taking pictures is a massive waste of time. Stephen says, the universe is almost, or limitless in size and in time. My God. Then he adds and says, however, planet Earth and human beings on planet Earth are totally insignificant if you measure them in time or space. They are smaller than a drop in a huge ocean. So does that undervalue us? I think the fathers here would take issue with that human beings are really important. Stephen tries to correct himself and say, however. What is the however? He says, however, human beings have limitless imagination and limitless inquisitiveness. What is inquisitiveness? Desire to learn more, desire to discover. So all of you, as human beings, although you're tiny, you're staying on this planet Earth few seconds in the measure of things, but you have limitless imagination, you can think for yourself, and limitless, actually, inquisitiveness. Inquisitiveness, you know, who knows what inquisitiveness means? Raise your hand. Inquisitiveness, capacity to ask questions and find out answers. Are you inquisitive? You want to know more? There are things to discover, and you have the time. People on this table here, particularly me, haven't got much time because of age. We are going, you are coming. So we depend on you. What we have learned a massive amount. We want to pass it on and see that this inquisitiveness, these discoveries, this immune tolerance I was talking to you about, and many other things, can be completed by whom? By young minds who are inquisitive. Let's find out. And guess what? This science and technology is the only way to save Egypt. If you people love Egypt, this is one thing you should be doing. Science, knowledge, inquisitiveness, do what you want. And guess what? That constitutes success. Not fame and not money. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Magdi.
دقيقة واحدة بس هلخص اللي قاله الدكتور مجدي بالعربي، لأن أنا عارف إن بعضكم عايز عربي يعني. بيقول لنا إن النجاح ما هوش مطلق. وإيه هو معنى النجاح عندك؟ أهم حاجة في النجاح قرر إيه المهم لحياتك وحاول تعمله. إيه هو الشيء المهم لحياتك وحاول إنك أنت تحققه. يعني النجاح عبارة عن أمل وقيمة عايز أوصل إليها وعايز أعيش بيها. وكلمنا على سير بيتر ميدور وإزاي ده لبناني الأصل وحصل على جائزة نوبل في الترانسبلانتيشن. اتكلم على زراعة الأعضاء. وبعد كده كمل أستاذنا العظيم دكتور مجدي وغيره من أساتذتنا زراعة أعضاء كثيرة جدا من الإنسان في الإنسان، وعشان كده قدروا إنهم يمدوا حياة بيعطي الفهم والعلم والحكمة، والإيد الجميلة اللي قدرت إنها تعطي الحياة لآلاف الأطفال. والدكتور مجدي له دور كبير جدا في كده. أجمل حاجة فيه إن هو عمل زي ما سمعنا عن دكتور زويل برضه، لأن إحنا فرحانين بكل العلماء بتوعنا وزي بقية العلماء بتوعنا، إنه عمل مؤسسة مجدي يعقوب في مصر في أسوان، وبيزرعوا قلوب للأطفال مجانا. فأنا بنحييه تحية أخيرة بنقول له زي ما زرعت قلوب كتيرة في الناس، انت زرعت المحبة في قلبنا ليك كنموذج حلو الإنسان بيخدم الإنسان في كل زمان وفي كل مكان. أهلا بيك وربنا يخليك ليك. شكرا جزيلا.
ايوه، حاليا هيكلمنا الدكتور فيكتور رضا الله، وانا قدمت الصبح على كل الشهادات اللي واخدها. هو كان فين؟